I knew I wasn't the only one growing up that associated with jazz as being a black character. I said it before, but like. This summer.
Three motion. Let me see.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. You take a look at Philadelphia.
And they won't play each other after this game. And after losing the first one to these guys, you know they want revenge.
Going winless against any team is not your desire. I mean, no matter how many or how few times you face them, that's not something you want on your ledger. That'll be motivation enough for them today, all by itself.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Portland. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. Banchero surveys. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Gilgeous-Alexander. Consistent production from him, averaging just over 26 a game. Clark outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from the wing. Jump shot is good.
There's so many facets to SGA's game. He's equally good from all three levels.
Brunson with it, and Clark picks him up defensively. And Banchero gets it to go.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game. He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup is good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay. He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups, and it's no surprise that Jalen Brunson is at the top of the scouting report. Coach told me Jason is a 3-level scorer and a master of the pick and roll, and no matter what you do, you can't speed him up. He's going to read the defense, play at his pace, and try to pick you apart. It's always a chess match against Brunson, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Brunson. Doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And each year, Brunson seems to get better, and that's a testament to his impressive work ethic and drive.
First free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. Both free throws good from Brunson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. Pass to Clark. There's a screen. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Here's Bona. The kick out to Brunson. George with it. Banchero the screen. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
Boy, good stick-to-itiveness there from George. Sticks with the shot despite the foul that he gets while in the air.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander to the left side wing. And here's Clark for 3. Again, the miss by Portland. The Sixers leading.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Banchero right side. Pass to Grimes. Banchero with it. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Tipped. A minute 39 left in the first quarter. Chang gets the bucket.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
So it's Philadelphia now. Right side Brunson. Pass to Grimes. Now here's Banchero. And here's Brunson from the arc. McDaniels with the rebound.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Now here's McDaniels. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by McDaniels.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Brunson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Bachi grabs a miss.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Read the eyes of the ball handler, and Gilgeous-Alexander able to get a hand up in time.
Shot from the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
And stolen by Clark. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Trailblazers. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be.
10.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Pass to Ellis. To the middle. Here's Jones. Oh, DeRozan with the block. Adebayo in the post. Still no points. Here's McCain. Just 5 to shoot. Adebayo sets a screen. The three-pointer off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, one nickname you hear for DeMar DeRozan is the lone mid-ranger. He said you can operate freely in the mid-range. It's like an ocean out there. If you're smart, you can take advantage of the space and pick teams apart. Brian?
He's an expert tactician working in between. Thanks, Allie. Poke loose. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. The kick out to Williams. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Outside Schroeder. It's a one-on-one situation. Here's Jones. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Jones has got his first basket. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for Portland.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Hey, I'd like to also shout out the way they've defended. Already they've recorded some really good shot blocks.
Trailblazers lead by 11. Outside, Williams. Here's Ellis. No good on the triple. They could get back within single digits of the lead. Adebayo in the post. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And there's a 3-second violation. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Portland leading by 11. And here is Williams. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Here's Ellis. The kick out to Williams. Fires the three. Gets the three to fall. Williams has got 6 in the quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
Outside Schroeder. Here's McCain. He's averaging about 6 points per game. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go.
How many transition points are they going to give up? This is insane.
76ers trail by 16. Pass to McCain. Here's DeRozan. DeRozan with the power move.
Check out the body control from DeRozan there, guys. I mean, clearly there's contact, but it's almost impossible to affect his shot.
Now Williams. Give him 8. Ellis. Kept alive. The kick out to Williams. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Williams has got 11.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now Portland with it. They're on a 16-4 run. Here's Ellis. No points yet. Williams with the screen to the inside. Outside Jones. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And it's out of bounds to the Trailblazers as Portland retains possession. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Here comes your Trailblazers.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Clark. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen by Jang. Fires from the wing. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
And it's Bona missing.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Jang pulls it in. Trailblazers lead by 22. Pass to McDaniels. There's 14 seconds left in the first half. And here's Clark. The 3 is up. Counted from distance. Clark's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Back after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Pass to McDaniels. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor, love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value-utility guy. Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Clark outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Off the line for one. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shai in the league.
Shot clock at 6. Fires at the elbow. Pass to Jang. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. There's a screen. Second chance shot. And it's good. 2 points. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
The 3 from Banchero. And he gets it back. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Banchero just attacking the rim. Going up over the defense that time.
Lets it go from 14. And it's Bona with a rebound. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the 76ers. Outside Vanderbilt. Here's Grimes. Three-pointer, no good.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. 11 points in the game. And he gets it to go.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Rebound by Philadelphia. Banchero right side.
Trailblazers foul.
And the 76ers making a change here.
Personal foul. First team foul. Coming on the floor for the 76ers.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. A nice shot by Grimes.
Quentin Grimes.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's completely in the zone this quarter.
And Clingan pulls it down.
Tell you what, he does not miss many of those. He's usually a very strong finisher in tight.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. And here's Brunson from the arc. Pass to Bona. Down low. And here's Brunson. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Brunson's got 6.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
And slam dunked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Pass to George. Left side Brunson. Over Clark. Brunson missing again.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
The thing in our overdrive. Can't touch. Can't rush. Select it. Select it. Selected. Can't touch. Can't rush. Can't touch. Can't rush. Selected. The thing in a overdrive. If you don't do something, nothing happens. Are you selected? Can't rush. Selected. Can't rush. Selected. Can't rush. Selected. Can't rush. Selected. Selected. Can't touch. Selected. Can't rush.
It's game time in Philadelphia as the crowds at Wells Fargo Center look to cheer on the 76ers. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And right now for the Bucks, they'd like to start this road trip off on a positive note.
And when these two teams meet, it doesn't matter what the standings look like. They are out for blood in this one.
Yeah, you love it when you have these kind of games. Two teams evenly matched and going at it.
Now Lillard, after Jalen Brunson missed it on that last three-pointer. And a wide-open look for Portis. His three-pointer's off the mark. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Back to Brunson. Banchero with the screen. 5 on the clock. Pass to Adebayo. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Smart pass by Grimes. He wasn't finding his shot, so time to give one away.
Out to Ingram. Portis for three. And it's Grimes with the rebound. And the 76ers with possession. Brunson, left side. A shake. Rebounded by the Bucks. Lillard outside. And then Lillard slams it in.
And don't let the size fool you. Damian Lillard, he can get up there.
Now the 76ers with it. Brunson outside. Pass to Grimes. Adebayo the screen. And the shot falls short this time.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Kicks it out to Allen. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Good to see Damian Lillard take a more proactive approach to getting his teammates involved here in this one.
Here's Brunson. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Banchero. Drills the three-pointer. Banchero's got 5 points so far.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Looking back at Damian Lillard's time in Portland, what an incredible 11-year run. I mean, Brent, he was the team.
Yeah, unbelievable all-time great for the Portland Trailblazers. All-NBA 7 times, Kevin, the Blazers record. And no doubt one of the most beloved players that's ever put on a uniform in the great Pacific Northwest. But I know for Damian Lillard how competitive he is. He doesn't want to just rely on what it is he accomplished there. There's more to be done. He wants to win at the highest level, and that's what he's looking to do.
Damian Lillard is as clutch as they come. He is fearless. Where do you think that comes from? Why is he so effective late in tight games?
Such a great question, Kevin, but for Damian Lillard, I think it boils down to one word, and that is confidence. I mean, he has legitimately the ultimate confidence in all the work that he puts in the offseason to be in these moments, to have the ball in his hands, and it's been proven time and time again that he can come through. That's why we see him tap his wrist, and it being game time. Those are some of the most memorable moments of his career.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. The Magic superstar says it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin. You just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA, thanks.
Brandon Ingram, a constant threat on the offensive end. A little bit of work right there in the mid-range.
Brunson outside. It's blocked.
And how about the reach from Portis there? This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Brunson. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Here's Brunson. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Here's Grimes. He has yet to score.
Watch out when Adebayo gets vertical. That's a big bam.
There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Right wing. Back to Ingram. Puts it up. Misses the jumper.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Here's Banchero. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Pass to Ingram. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Sixers ball.
8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Back to Brunson. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter.
13.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
The 76ers lead. And now Philadelphia on the break. A nice shot by McCain.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Hayes up top. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Hayes. Just 5 to shoot. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Assisted.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
It's stolen by Schroeder. On the wing to Rosen. Still yet to score. Pulls up, high post, and they pick up 2. DeRozan's got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers.
And if you give him a sliver of daylight, DeMar DeRozan will eat your lunch from the mid-range. And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Hayes with the steal. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the case for this team.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
O'Neal on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Looney. No good. That would have tied it. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
A nice shot by McCain.
Oh, that's a terrific dime from DeRozan, and this is why guys enjoy playing with him.
Pass to Looney. Now Green. Here's Nora. From outside the arc. Drills it from outside. Green's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitive.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's McCain. 5 points in the game. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Bucks trail. Now Hayes. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Green. Stolen away. Now the 76ers on the break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
5 to shoot. Back to Hayes. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Sixers ball. Coming up to the floor for your Sixers. Number 8, Paul George.
Now here's Schroeder. Still without a basket. Lets the 3 fly. McCain's shot is off. Bucks trailed by 4. It's stolen by DeRozan. Pass to McCain. Outside DeRozan. .141 left in the first half. Gets the three-pointer to fall. DeRozan's got 7 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Nwora. Back to Hayes. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Pass to Vanderbilt. Over to the wing. Here's McCain. Defended by Looney. Offensive rebound. Shoots the 3. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Bucks trail by 7. Hayes down low. Here's Nwora. And the Bucks miss again.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And here they come. Here's O'Neal. And finished off by O'Neal.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Left side, DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down.
And dynamite in his legs. And DeRozan detonates at the rim.
Kicks it out to Allen. Up again. And Embiid is right there. Embiid's got his first 2 points of the night.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And the first half is now in the books. 76ers lead by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Lillard with it.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Portis. Lillard, right side. Embiid. And it's Bona with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They trail by 7. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Here's Banchero. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Bucks trailed by 5. Banchero left side. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Milwaukee ball.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here is Lillard. And again, the turnover by the Bucks.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
The 76ers leading by 5. Adebayo the screen. Unloads. Off the left rim and out.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Pass to Embiid. Ingram outside. Lillard outside. Stolen by Brunson. And stolen by Lillard. And here is Ingram. For the 3. And that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. Lillard's got 7.
And not just a volume shooter. Lillard, very accurate.
Brunson with it. Lillard picks him up. Pass to Grimes. Here's Bona. Still scoreless. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Here's Ingram. Banchero grabs the board. Philadelphia leading by 4. Brunson with a head of steam. Here's Grimes. No good on the triple. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. The 76ers making a switch here. On defense, Philadelphia. They lead by 4. Kicks it out to Allen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ingram. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
He wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
And how about the footwork and body positioning of Banchero makes him so tough to guard down low.
Pass to Embiid. Lead away. Chalk up 2 there. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Embiid practices these shots all the time, which is why he's so good from this area.
Adebayo with the ball. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Lillard attacking.
There's more and more complete appreciation for how complete the offensive game of Damian Lillard is.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
The 76ers leading by 3. Adebayo the screen. Oh, Brunson wheeling his way in there.
And those are 2 points earned by Jalen Brunson.
Lillard looking around. Embiid the screen. There's 1:38 left in the 3rd. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Bucks trail by 5. Outside Portis. Pass to Lillard. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here's Banchero. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Ingram outside. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That'll be his second foul of the game. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So both teams making some changes here. 43 seconds left to play in the third. A kick out to O'Neal. Bucks passing it around. Clock is at 3. Here's Hayes. Rebounded by Holmes. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's McCain. Buries it down low. McCain's got 9.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Milwaukee shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Hayes hits them both. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Here's McCain. It's good from long range. McCain's got 5 points now this quarter. Ingram right side. Driving to the basket. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. 76ers on top. They lead by 7. And don't go away. We'll be...
34.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Philadelphia leading by 7. Outside DeRozan. DeRozan a screen. It's stolen by Green. Here's Looney. And that one is stuffed right through.
Man, Looney is so long. Gets up there and flushes it.
Schroeder looking around. Six to shoot. Pass to McCain. He's feeling it. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. Bucks trailed by 5. Hayes with it now, guarded by Schroeder. Back to Hayes. Here's Ingram. That one doesn't drop. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Out to DeRozan. 18 feet out. Right through the cylinder that time. All net.
And this is DeRozan's go-to. He remains such an outstanding threat from the mid-range.
And Hayes throws it down.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
And the wide open shot from Green. That three off the mark. Philadelphia leading by 4. Fires the three. And so the ball's out of bounds. Vanderbilt touched it last.
Coming up to the floor for your sixer, number 35.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now Hayes. Outside, Green. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
O'Neal wide open. And it's off from three-point range.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to McCain. Now, here's George. Here's McCain. He's covered by Ingram. High post shot. McCain's shot is off. Bucks trail by 4. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Now, Green. Hayes with it. Back to Green. And again, the Bucks miss. The 76ers leading by 4. Lob pass to George. Hayes with the steal. Now the Bucks moving it up. And here's Ingram from the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away. So both teams changing it up here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. That's the latest, David.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He told them this is what it's all about, proving we're the better team in a tough situation. But you got to want it. Coach told his guys they have what it takes to win here. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
Bam stepping up and making a huge play for his team that time.
Lillard with it. Now defended by Adebayo. Back to Lillard to tie it up. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. It's a tie ball game.
That's a tip of the cap there, always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
Adebayo, high post. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Portis. Lillard outside. .143 left to play here in the fourth. Outside Portis. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle spots for the Bucks.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Here is Lillard. Outside Portis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Van Gogh. Good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Lillard. And it's Bona with the rebound. The critical possession right here.
Crowd on pins and needles, Kev.
Pass to Grimes. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by the Bucks.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. A 3-ball. Off target from downtown. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Grid on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. And here's Brunson outside. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up.
Hey, tell me hustle, dumb it down, you might confuse them. This ain't that weirdo rap you used to. I'm a urban legend, South Central in a certain section. Can't express how I curb detectives. Guesses, evidence of a divine presence. Blessings, held me down at times I seem reckless. You got an L but got an E for effort. Dropped him off in the Mojave Desert, then left him. Ain't making nip, straighten out my jewelry on my dresser. Well known. Still T-shirt, whatever. Playing chess, not checkers. For you clever. See, bro, you ain't living by the street code. Been through all these motions up and down like a seesaw. I can never view you as my equal. Wanna hear your CD phone.
The Grizzlies look to take charge at the FedEx Forum, and we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they come in off that loss. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Banchero. Pass to Bona. Out to Brunson. 5 to shoot. Shoots over White, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. Outside, Avdia sinks the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. He talked about facing a point guard like Jalen Brunson, and he told me Jalen's got a great sense for angles and knows how to attack if anyone's out of position. They have to stay disciplined on defense. Of course, Brunson will be the focus of their attention tonight. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Now, here's Tatum. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. That one goes. Count it. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
And, guys, it's no easy task defending Tatum inside. You can body him up, bump him, he'll still find a way.
And it's sent back by White. Drives to the hoop. And White with the stuff.
Cunning drive by White. He saw a hole and took advantage.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Trailing here by 8. Now here's Brunson. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Denny Avdia. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Now, here's Banchero. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Count the basket.
Well, look, this is how you want to start every game. 5 for 5. Come on.
Here's Here's Brunson, and it's blocked. And they get it back. Pass to Grimes. Goes back up. And it's laid in by Brunson.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
Here's Avdia. And he makes that one. Avdia's got 5 points so far.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pulls up, high post. Edey with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Outside, Avdia. Here's Edey. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Back in 2022, the #1 overall pick was Paolo Banchero. What do you think of his game?
You have to love his game, Kevin. I mean, handles the ball as a big guy at 6'10", makes plays for other people, scores, gets to the free throw line. All-star game in his second year. And on that team, he has really, really looked to defend. This guy's future is bright.
And their coach is another guy from the Seattle area, right, who has come on the NBA and starred.
There have been quite a few of them.
Now here's Brunson. A floater. Edey with the rebound.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Here's White. The shot, no good. Great defense that time from Banchero. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Memphis leading by 5. It's stolen by Adebayo. For the finish. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, doing it all himself. Great two-way play from Adebayo.
Ibo on the wing. And the three ball is good.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Brunson, right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Tatum. Here's White. Offensive rebound. Outside, Avdia. Goes up with it again. It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Giddey, Avdia. 2 shots. And the second free throw, good. 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Brunson, here we go. And it's in there. Brunson's got 6.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the cut.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 3.
18. The 76ers, 15.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Yes, that goes in. Jackson's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Memphis.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Here's George. Takes it off the glass.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Here's Jackson. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Jackson has the open look. Drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got 7 points.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
A nice shot by McCain.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Mitchell. Memphis moving it around. And he's good. To get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
It's good.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Now here's Schroeder. No scoring in this one. Outside DeRozan. 4 on the clock. Elbow shot. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And then they continue to control the glass.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
McCain's shot is off. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Jackson. DeRozan with the rebound.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
With his strength and explosiveness, DeRozan's so imposing when he gets it inside.
It's Jackson with the drive, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on George.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs. and didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
And we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. The 76ers trailed by 9. It's George on the wing. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. And that one's good by Clark.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Schroeder outside. Back to George. Pass to McCain. And he converts the layup. McCain's got 8 points.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Stolen by Jackson. Lets it go from deep. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The 76ers trailed by 11. Pass to McCain. Vanderbilt with the screen. Beyond the arc. McCain's shot is off. Now, Alexander Walker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Jackson from long range. Got it off in time. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so that's the end of the first half. Grizzlies out in front, up by 11. They'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Right wing. Here's Grimes. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Avdia. That one drops for him. 8 points for him.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Idle for 3.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Adebayo with the bucket.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. He drives in, and the dunk by Tatum.
And that's on the defense there. You can't give Tatum those lanes and launching pads to the rim.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Back to Avdia. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Brunson with a head of steam. And he banks in the layup. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Edey. There's the killer two-handed slam.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Memphis. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Here's Brunson, and it's sent back by White. It's White on the wing. A three-pointer, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And stolen by Thibault. Here's Avdia. Memphis shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Both free throws good from Avdia. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. The 76ers trail by 10. Brunson goes in. Oh, Brunson wheeling his way in there.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Memphis with the ball. And here's Tatum for 3. The Grizzlies with another miss. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, my. So much force in Bam's game right there.
Here's Avdia. Back to White. Outside Tatum. 6 to shoot. And Tatum hammers it home.
And look, when Tatum is running the pick and roll, the majority of the time, he's looking to score.
Brunson scanning the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Good. Brunson, no fear down low. Memphis leading by 6. Pass to Tatum. .143 left here in the third quarter. Man showing some terrific range. Tatum's got 14 points.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
And here's Brunson. He's got 14. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And Tatum pulls it down. The Grizzlies on offense. 9-point game. White with it. Now defended by Adebayo. Pass to Avdia. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 12.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Oh, staying strong inside. Brunson going right into the coverage to get the call.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the 76ers making a change here. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
The drive by Mitchell. And that one drops for him. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They trail by 11. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. Goes up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Brunson. Converting through contact. Nice job by Brunson.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from 19. Mitchell wide open. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies holding on to an 11-point cushion. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Memphis. Pass to Jackson. On the wing, Mitchell. Jackson looking it over. Going inside. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Banchero outside. Out to the right wing. Lets it fly from 18.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Right side Jackson. Clock up 2 there. And the Grizzlies lead. By 15.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Pass to McCain. There's the 3. Good D by Mitchell.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Jackson. Here's Clark. Second chance shot. And the layup's good off the glass.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's McCain. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, and for a solid decision maker like DeRozan, that's an easy pass. Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim. Wow. That kind of stuff from Banchero belongs in All-Star Weekend.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
McCain's shot is off. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. He takes it in.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Outside Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Here's Clark. Alexander Walker on the wing. Bangs home the trifecta.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Banchero. Banked in off the glass.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
And the basket by Jackson.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
The 76ers trailed by 19. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up blocked shots.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Stolen by Jackson. And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. .143 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster.
What I mean, got plenty cash, life ain't nothing but a fee.